Hello friends. Welcome everyone to Portraits of Fame channel.
Left a good job
down in the city.
Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams.
Please, baby, please. You look so great.
Every time I see your face,
You put me in a state. Let's do the shot.
Unfortunately, in the last week of May 2023, on a sad day, the world lost a true music legend. Tina Turner, the iconic singer and songwriter, passed away, leaving an immeasurable void in the music scene. With her powerful voice, unmistakable charisma, and electrifying performances, Tina won hearts around the world and left a legacy that will be remembered for generations. Tina Turner passed away at the age of 83, as announced by her representative. The Queen of Rock and Roll peacefully left us after a long battle with illness at her residence near Zurich, Switzerland. With her departure, the world loses a music legend and a role model. During her retirement years, Tina faced various health complications. In 2013, she suffered a stroke. In 2016, she was diagnosed with colon cancer, and in 2017, she underwent a kidney transplant. Tina Turner captivated the world with her unmatched style and captivating presence, becoming one of the most famous artists of all time. Her journey was not easy, as her life was marked by tragedies in various aspects.
I need a hand to hold tonight. Everything's gonna be alright.
But before we continue, I recommend you to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss out on valuable information like this today, okay? Anna Mae Bullock, born on November 26, 1939, in the community of Nutbush, Tennessee, in the United States. She had a difficult childhood marked by poverty and neglect from her mother. She found solace in music and briefly attended a church. Later, she met musician Ike Turner, who recognized the potential of her inner flame and turned her into a star, forming a musical duo during the 1960s. Ike also became her husband, adopting her stage name in the process. However, this marriage was one of the worst tragedies of her life, subjecting her to constant physical abuse and psychological mistreatment. These abuses led her to several suicide attempts, but thankfully without success. When she finally divorced Ike in the late 1970s, she was almost 40 years old. He would send thugs to intimidate her. She was homeless, broke, and still had her 2 children to take care of. Living a nightmare and unemployed, she relied on the help of friends like Cher, David Bowie, and Keith Richards, those who idolized her. Thanks to her immense talent, she managed to recover and have a wonderful future beyond what she had ever dreamed of. During the 1980s, Tina developed a solo career that made her a superstar. She adapted to changes with a distinctive personal style and released major hits like Proud Mary, River Deep Mountain High, What's Love Got to Do With It, and We Don't Need Another Hero.
Left a good job
Down
in the city, working for the man every night and day.
Know that
Big wheel keep on turning. Proud Mary keep on burning. Only dog I've ever owned. Oh, what's love got to do with it? I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. Out of the ruins, we don't need another hero.
Tina Turner defied social norms, including sexual norms. In the 1960s, when she began her career alongside Ike Turner, her presence was fiery, exuberant, and represented an unusual sexual symbol for the time, especially for a black female singer. It was during this time that she started showcasing her unique style, influenced by gospel, soul, and the emerging rock genre. Years later, Her image was banned in the Soviet Union, considered overly sexy and a bad example for both women and men. After the release of her album Private Dancer in 1984, which sold over 8 million copies, Tina Turner performed for crowds and packed stadiums, earning her recognition from the Guinness Book of World Records as the artist with the largest concert audience. During the 80s and 90s, Tina continued to release successful albums, fully embracing synthesizer-driven sounds, but always delivering her powerful voice in live performances where she seemed to ignite the stage. It was during this time that she became iconic, with her distinctive image of short dresses, long legs on high heels, and flashy hair. In addition to her music career, Tina Turner also ventured into acting, playing a queen in the film adaptation of Tommy and appearing in 3 other productions. In 1985 and 1993, her life was portrayed on screen in films where she was played by actress Angela Bassett. Upon turning 60 and releasing the album 24/7, she began a gradual withdrawal from the stage, making increasingly sporadic appearances until retiring completely. She spent many years of her life in Switzerland, where she passed away after experiencing significant family losses. The most tragic of these was the death of her 2 sons. Craig, the eldest, died by suicide in 2018 at the age of 59, and Ron, the youngest, passed away from complications of colon cancer in 2022 at the age of 62. One of the first to react to her death was Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones, who wrote, "I am very saddened by the passing of my wonderful friend Tina Turner. She was a tremendously talented artist and singer. She was a great source of inspiration, warm, funny, and generous. She helped me a lot when I was young, and I will certainly never forget that," said the rocker.
Tired of the partying every night, the traveling, never being home. I like working in the green. I like doing house things. I like buying clothes.
Undoubtedly, fans of good music from the 80s and 90s will also never forget her because besides her biggest hits, she taught us that it's never too late to pursue our dreams and that tragedies and adverse circumstances can always be overcome.
It's low.
Okay.
So we had low voices. So I thought it's quite appropriate for me to sing like a man because my voice was very low.
We wish Tina Turner a peaceful journey and thank her for all the inspiration and joy her music has brought us. Well, if you found it interesting and liked the information, then take a few seconds of your time to share it with your friends and family. And don't forget that here you'll find news and stories about famous people and celebrities. A big hug. Until the next video, bye-bye.